Sauce. Awesome sauce. Okay. We are back for reals now.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully with no more audio problems or whatever. Alright, so yeah, so this is Pokemon. We're back with our next game for the day. It's Pokemon Snap. It's a game.
Wow.
It's a game that everybody likes, and everybody wanted a sequel for so long, and 1 month ago they're like, we're getting a sequel. So it's like happy joy.
Watch the sequel not have gyro controls. So, Stefan, we have a special guest today. Who's that?
Yes, we got a special guest. His name is Malik, and he most often goes online by as TheCartoonGamer. Say hi.
Hi.
He makes a lot of excellent. He's an editor for Did You Know Gaming and makes a lot of excellent Pokemon related videos on his personal channel. Pokemon and Canadian cartoon related Pokemon video. I should reword that. Pokemon and Canadian cartoon related content.
And other stuff. And
Yeah.
editor, researcher, writer, sometimes voice guy on Did You Know Gaming. Just team member, you could say.
Very cool.
He has lots. Yeah, he knows lots about Pokemon. So I'm like, hey, come in and join me. You know a lot.
Yeah, if you guys want me to just spout facts about this game or just general Pokemon stuff, well, you got the right person. So just say the word and you won't be able to stop me. I swear.
Every time you give us a fact, please say, did you know before it?
Okay. At least for like the first 5 times.
Okay. Are you a friend of Stefan, or did he just solicit you?
I just found him and be like, hey, get over here, and he's like, oh, okay.
It's like, I got bugger all else to do. No, we've known each other. We've been to Con Bravo a few times in the past.
Yeah, I think I met you through Ant Dude, just because we were like, yeah, I did Con Bravo, we chilled together, and then we just kept hanging out, kept talking, and then I was like, hey, this is the part we never really did anything like video related, so I'm like, oh, this is the perfect thing to get you involved.
Yeah, it's really cool. I've never live streamed in front of hundreds of people before.
Yes.
You have made lots of content for hundreds of people before.
I would even go far as to say maybe thousands.
Thousands.
If we're talking about Did You Know Gaming
Yeah.
stuff. Sometimes up to 1 million. But yeah, I've never live streamed. Like, I get nervous when I'm live streaming in front of 3 people. But we'll see how this goes.
There's nothing to be nervous about.
Yeah, especially with these guys. Like our chats are the chillest.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Hey Pikachu.
Oh yeah.
All right, so what's some what are some, like, right off the bat, some facts that you know about for Pokemon Snap that you think people would find
Well,
interesting?
Let's see. Because if you hadn't seen, I did like a video most recently about like the most obscure voiceover trivia in the Pokemon anime, and yeah, I talked about Pokemon Snap a little bit. Like, let's see. There's just so much I could talk about. Like, for example, so there's like 63 Pokemon in the game, right?
Yeah.
And let's see. Quite a few of them, even though a lot of them have English voices in the anime, quite a few of them still use their Japanese voices in this game. I don't know why, but when Pokemon Snap came out in North America, the English dub had just finished like its first season order of 52 episodes, right? And yeah, even though there were some Pokemon in this game who had already received an English voice by that point, they still use some of their Japanese voices. Like, let's see, Growlithe in this game uses its Japanese voice. Magmar, actually, this is where Magmar's English voice debuted, because this came out in like June 1999. Magmar's debut appearance in the anime, in the English version, wouldn't happen for another few months. So that's interesting.
Well, the anime uses a lot of the Japanese voices too for some Pokemon.
Oh yeah, like even to this day, like if sometimes they'll just decide, oh, that sounds fine for this Pokemon, or it's like, oh, we don't really need to change that. Psyduck in this game uses its Japanese voice. But what's interesting is in the Mewtwo Strikes Back DVD, one of the guys from 4Kids said that they almost kept Psyduck's Japanese voice as it just makes a quacking noise. But then the director at the time, Michael Hegney, they looked at Psyduck and they thought it always had a headache, so they came up with Psy to reflect that. And that's where Psyduck got its voice, and he was voiced by Michael Hegney. And then they also said in the commentaries, like, Psyduck also kind of looks like you because they're both bald.
Sigh. Alright, so
Yeah, did you know?
he said the thing. Alright, I gotta.
Supposed to say it before.
Alright, so I gotta get. I want the one of Pidgey using the Hurricane because that gives you more points.
Okay, so we've got some donations.
Awesome.
We have $5 from the Barmy Brit who says, "Oh boy, I can't wait to see the tactical assassinations of magical creature." Wait, this isn't Pokemon Snap Their Necks. Damn it. Oh well, I'll put this towards the hat raffle. Also, who here is hyped for Snap 2 on the Switch? I am hyped.
Yes, really.
Are you
Very
hyped?
much excited.
All right. We're all hyped. Ian Bow donates $5 saying, "Can we say the canonical release..." Can we all say that's the canonical release Gareth isn't here is because when he got hit by Galen's blast in the first trailer for Subpar Smash Bros, he actually died? Put this towards Prime 2. Oh my god. What a weird comment.
I have no idea what any of that meant.
Don't worry about it.
I know what he's talking about.
Blue Dino donates $5 saying, "Hello, fantastic as always to see people working towards charity, especially in these times. Put this $5 towards playing as Tiki in Fire Emblem because dragons are awesome."
Yes.
And Mick Jagar donates $5 saying, "My condolences to Smoothies who will likely be crying himself to sleep tonight while whispering, 'Haha, nom,' repeatedly."
I'm sorry, what?
Somebody donated $50 for me to say haha nom every time I ate a fruit in Yoshi's Story. That was a thing that happened. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and add those to the bid wars while you give us some more did you knows.
Wait, what about more did you knows?
She just said, "What did you knows?" What the hell? Okay, I'm about to call out my dad. My dad is in the chat, and he's putting in the chat that our gecko needs crickets. Why are you using this? Why don't you just... Yeah, he's using the Twitch chat to tell me to go on errands. You know what? I'm calling you out. This is all I'm just gonna do. You're gonna keep telling me funny things. I'm gonna tell them out for everybody to see.
Can we get a hashtag thanks Dag and
Thanks, Dad.
in the chat?
Also, Oak is an idiot in this game. He will give the worst pictures the best points, and then he'll give good pictures terrible points.
So do you ever do any Digimon stuff, or is it just Pokemon?
Is that a joke?
And if you do Digimon stuff, do you call it Digi-No gaming?
You would think we would have covered Digimon at some point, but we haven't done that yet.
Yes.
Oh no.
I don't know why.
There aren't that many, like, at least as far. I mean, like, there are some Digimon games, but there aren't like as I don't think there's as many like huge, that are on the level of Pokemon. I find.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so. I mean, I don't doubt there's some good Digimon games. I played a few back in the day, but nothing that really like screams, "Click on this video." You know what I mean?
You need something controversial.
Maybe we'll do something controversial. I don't know. Maybe something will happen.
Kuna.
What's an interesting... Okay, did you know, when it comes to Electabuzz's voice, is everybody familiar with that one episode of Pokemon where Electabuzz just keeps using that one voice clip over and over again?
Was that in like was that Gen 1 or was that post Gen 1?
Oh, that was Gen 1. It was like
Oh.
the 40th episode where Electabuzz just goes like You know that one?
Oh, that's right. Yep, I know what you're talking about.
I think I blocked that from my mind.
That was so I don't know why, but the English version of that episode only uses that one voice clip for Electabuzz. Maybe they lost all the other ones when they got like sent over because the technology at the time wasn't too great for them, or maybe they just found that one voice clip in particular really funny. But in Japanese, it uses several other voice clips, but you can hear them in this game when you hit Electabuzz with stuff. Like the exact same voice clips were like ripped from that episode and put in this game. So whenever you hit Electabuzz or you hear it make a noise, it's from that episode.
And he just goes.
Yeah. Well, like little weird noises. Diglett here also uses its Japanese voice.
Huh.
And Doug Trio.
Come on, get. Where are they? Come on, trio. That's Staryu. Okay, what's okay? I want to know. What's the origin behind Staryu's?
Okay, so here's an interesting one that I actually learned very recently. So, let's see. Satoshi Tajiri, creator of Pokemon, did you know? He said that, like, one of the inspirations behind Pokemon were things like Godzilla and Ultraman. And, let's see. So, when it comes to like giant kaiju monsters and Ultraman and things like that, and Staryu's Japanese name is Hitodemon, which is literally like Starman, and Ultraman, I believe Ultraman, or maybe one of his associates, they always do like a yeah in battle, like a grunt or something like that. So that's why Staryu goes like yeah, because it's just a straight up reference to Ultraman.
But they never fixed that for the English voice acting.
But it's cool, isn't it? It's
I
just
guess
cool.
So, hey, go Pikachu, Pikachu, Pikachu. Go Squirtle, Squirtle, Squirtle. Go Staryu. Ha!
And another thing that happens in Ultraman, like when the heroes are like low on energy, their cores start to blink and they make like a beeping noise, which is what Staryu and Starmie do when they're low on health as well.
Clever.
So
I can't believe
straight up thing to Ultraman.
I can't believe Electabuzz is fucking dead.
Someone in the chat says there are many times where they didn't remove Japanese voices in the show, like Beedrill saying spear.
They still do that now. Like Go, the main one of the main characters, Go. He has a Beedrill, and it just goes speak.
Oh,
yeah. Like, Like I could go on and on about like all the different like Pokemon that just keep Japanese voices for the most part in the anime, like Beedrill, Butterfree, Gyarados, Charizard, Staryu, Starmie, Nidoking, Nidoqueen, Onix. Someone in the chat says Onix goes Ewark, which it does. It just goes. And if you actually listen to it, it's actually saying Ewark. But Onix, Steelix.
is that Onyx's name in Japanese? Is Ewark?
Yeah, Iwaku. So it just goes.
See, I didn't even realize that's what he was saying. I just thought he was just growls. I thought he was just going.
Like Steelix, its name is Haganeru or Haganeo, and if you hear it closely, it goes.
Was it the anime or was it a game where they started saying their own names?
Wait, what?
Like, what was it in the anime where Pokemon started to say their own names? Like, is that what started the whole thing?
Yeah, that's where it started. And there's like conflicting information between people like, oh, we wanted characters in the anime, in the games to say their names, but there wasn't enough. Or other things where it's like, oh, we didn't want them to say their names. But you'll see like, you know, in some games, like when you talk to a Pokemon in the overworld, sometimes it'll make a noise, like the text will say like Pika Pika or something completely different. And it really depends on what NP, like in Sun and Moon, I saw Starmie that said like Starmie, but then I saw another Staryu later that just went burble, burble, burble.
Yeah, it's weird because even like to this day, all the Pokemon have their like unique cries, but Pikachu still says Pikachu.
Yeah.
So it's like, what? Where?
And I mean, of course, there's some Pokemon that don't even say their names. Like, of course, Staryu, Victory Bell just screams bloody murder. Guzzlord.
I love that, that Professor Oak's like, oh, here's an apple. You can use this apple to try and get up close and personal with the Pokemon. Also use it to fucking kill some electrodes.
Yes.
Oh, what was I? Guzzlord also screams. Just straight up goes ah.
Oh, bitch.
Guzzlord. What the fuck? Why are you torturing Pikachu?
Because it's fun. I'm gonna torture Electabuzz. Blech. I have an infinite number of apples. I just keep smacking him. Ah, I'm stuck. Oh, let me see. I think I can get a good. I think I can get a good Kakuna. Oh, there's a good Kakuna. There he is. Ah, that's scary.
I have a question for you because I'm too lazy to look it up. How many other animals are there that are not Pokemon that are either in the anime or in the games?
Let's see. So,
Do we see any non-Pokemon animals in the games? I don't think we do.
I actually made a video about that as well, like maybe a year ago, where like there used to be animal references like just casually, because like back in the day, before Pokemon became a Pokemon world, it was just like, oh, here's the world with Pokemon in it.
Yeah.
Like, if you go on the St. Anne in Red and Blue, someone will say like jellyfish sometimes wash up onto the ship, and I was like, wait, what do you mean by jellyfish? Do you mean like tentacool or real jellyfish? Or a chef will say, oh, I'm making salmon, or I'm making burgers,
Oh, yeah, he does.
things like that. Or Team Rocket will see you, it's like, I thought I smelled a rat. Little
Yeah,
things
well,
like
Pikachu's
that.
known as the mouse Pokemon, so it's like, well, do you have mice?
And we got Rattata and things like that. Or Raichu's Pokedex entry in the original Japanese Red, and even in like Sun and Moon where they reused it, it says like it's got enough strength to knock out an Indian elephant, like enough electric juice.
Oh,
So,
wow.
wait, what?
Which
What?
Pokemon is that?
Raichu
Has enough strength to
has
knock
enough,
out.
yeah, enough electricity power to
Which-
knock out an
which
Indian
entry is
elephant.
that? What game is that from?
So that entry actually comes from Japanese Red and Green, but the Japanese Red, but they were reused for the Fire Red entries. So you get to see like all these strange like descriptions of like Pokemon. Like Ghastly also says like it has enough poisonous gas to render an Indian elephant unconscious.
Why is everything about an Indian elephant?
Just the scope of it, just an Indian elephant. What's another one? Drowsy in Fire Red says it's a direct descendant of the legendary creature Baku, the dream-eating tapir. The anime also said that as well, like early on, said to be a descendant of a dream-eating tapir. The anime early on had little thingies of like fish. You could see fish in the show, like every now and again in an aquarium or things like that. The first episode, Ash dresses up in a cow costume to make a bad joke.
Well, that could be Miltank.
No, it was just a straight up dairy cow. This is before Miltank existed.
It's a Caterpie.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There was they did something. You know what the Japanese version of that was? Like, what was it? Misty kept saying like bug, 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 and she said mushi, 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 because mushi is the Japanese word for bug. And then Ash goes mushi.
Yeah.
Ah.
So that's why. So they tried their best to just. I'm sure when they saw that, they're like, oh man, how are we gonna translate this? Oh, Caterpie, that works.
That was back in like the very like the I don't know how you describe it, just the more laid back, for kids of just screw it, we'll be as corny as shit as we can be, who cares.
That was like episode 3.
Yep.
So it was like, yeah, I'm sure when they saw, they're like, oh, okay, so we gotta write something about this. Cow joke, bug, caterpillar, okay, that's good. I hope we don't have to deal with any more of that. To this day, they're still dealing with Japanese puns, and it's like,
And
oh man, how are we gonna work around
Mr. I, is it I or L92? Yeah, I do watch Suede's Pokemon reviews. That's where I learned like most of those information about the difference between the dubs and subs is from his videos.
Suede's a good guy.
Yeah, he makes lots of cool stuff. I need to catch up. I'm like so far behind on the Johto stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wouldn't blame you. Johto is notorious for the filler.
Not as notorious as Diamond and Pearl.
I don't know. I mean,
Diamond and
If
Pearl's
you
like
look
4 whole seasons.
I mean, season 1 is chock full of filler too. Like,
I mean, but
Ash gets like 4 badges, and then he like fucks around for like 40 episodes, and then goes back to getting badges.
No. Ash got all his badges in Kanto by like the 60th episode. Because season 1 is only like 80 episodes long.
Yeah, but I mean, he's pretty much on track until he gets to Sabrina, and then like I think then he gets the rainbow badge. But after that, like it takes forever for him to go get the soul badge, and then
Maybe like another 10 episodes.
Yeah, I do remember there is a very long gap in between Erica and Blaine. I do know that. Like there is like a long gap.
Let me see when Ash got like his badges.
Yeah, because I remember Suede made this point in the video where it was like there's like such a long gap between like those two, between like 2 different badges. Like there's like most of them are all kind of like put together pretty well in like the first half of the season. Then there's just a huge long gap between.
Yeah, so like Ash got his first badge episode 5, second badge episode 7, third badge 14, fourth badge episode 24, fifth badge 26, sixth badge 32, seventh badge episode 59. So that's like 20 something weeks, and then the 8th one 63. Something in the chat. Saw something in the chat.
Magmar just fucking murdered Charmander.
Sinnoh had a literal year between 7th and oh my god.
Yeah, but the thing is, things did happen in that year. Like,
yeah, there was lots of like plot and stuff, and like there was
Yeah.
they did the whole like what do you call it? What's their name? The Team Galactic.
Team Galactic plot. Dawn did the Grand Festival. Pokemon evolved. Things like that.
They repeated storylines from other seasons. Like Dawn's Mamoswine just literally
Dawn's
just
Mamoswine is
copying
Charizard.
Charizard. They
For the
did.
most part.
They did an episode which is literally just repeating the Raichu thing, like the Pikachu versus Raichu. Like, oh, is Pikachu going to evolve? Like they literally just redid that whole episode again.
But the interesting thing about that was where it's like, I still have the Thunderstone from the last time you fought a Raichu like that. It's like, are you sure? Like, you still want to be a Pikachu? And then Team Rocket just takes the Thunderstone and says, we'll just take it off your hands, and they sold it.
we'll make this easier for you, yoink. Oh, and they copy the Bulbasaur doesn't want to evolve with Piplup.
Yeah, they did that. What else did they do?
Missed.
Trying to think. 'Cause, I mean, they did some. Pokemon Hunter J died in the the Team Galactic arc.
You just fucking killed him, Stefan.
No, it's okay. He's better.
Does anybody remember Pokemon Hunter J dying?
I don't remember. I didn't remember him dying.
No, it was she.
Oh, she. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I remember because there was like a girl. There was like that girl ranger. Because there was that subplot of like them tracking down that like Pokemon poacher.
Well, that was her. She was the poacher. She was like selling Pokemon and freezing
Yeah,
them.
she was in the
selling them
Yeah,
off
she
as
was in the
trophies.
Riolu episode. That's right.
Oh my god.
And then like when she gets to Lake Acuity, like Azelf, Mesprit, and Yuxi, she's like above a lake. Her ship is above a lake, and then their future sight hits her ship, falls into the lake, and then you see they make sure that you know that she died because like the windows break open, everybody starts screaming, the water starts coming in, and then you see a shot of like the ship plummeting down to the depths of the ocean, followed by her glasses coming along. And if that wasn't enough, the ship explodes. It's like, okay, she's dead.
Charmander's like, yay, apple.
So how many multiples are there of certain? I guess how many legendaries are there multiples of? Because there has to be multiple Zapdos, Moltres, and Articunos.
Of course, I like to think that there isn't just one of most Pokemon. Like they're rare. I'm gonna say like I'd like to say there's got to be like less than 50 for like a super rare legendary Pokemon.
And I mean, like even like say someone like Mewtwo, even now he has multiple versions of him. And
Now
one of them's
there
a
is
girl.
an interesting reason why. And I was like, why are you making a new Mewtwo? There is only supposed to be one Mewtwo. Mewtwo was a mistake. Mewtwo was an accident, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you monkeyed around with Mew data, and then you got this monstrosity. But when Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution came out, like when it was streamed for Anime Expo back in July 2019, someone asked the director of that movie, who's been with Pokemon since like day one, and he asked like,
What the fuck's up with Genesect?
no, not Genesect, Mewtwo or something, because that Mewtwo was written by Takeshi Shudo, who was like one of the head writers back in like the early Kanto and Johto days, and apparently his estate owns that form of Mewtwo.
Oh, that's right.
Apparently.
I did hear about this. I remember hearing
So
about that.
they-
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had to actually go to his estate and get the rights to Mewtwo when they were remaking that movie, the Mewtwo Strikes Back. And then
What?
someone asked him, is that why the Mewtwo in Genesect and the Legend Awakened is different? And he said, yeah.
Yeah. So they didn't own the right. They didn't own the rights to
They didn't
Mewtwo.
own the rights to that Mewtwo. I was
Well,
like, what?
It's kind of like how Sega doesn't own the music to all the music in Sonic's 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Really?
Or technically Sonic 3, and even and half of Sonic 3.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because they're not smart people.
See, wait, see, what the fuck was that? That was a really good Charizard picture, and Poke was like, nah, it sucks.
Poke.
Fuck you, Oak. But yeah, that's so funny. It's where it's like, it's kind of like it's like a Ken Pender's Sonic comic thing, where it's like they own Mewtwo, they just don't own this specific Mewtwo.
Yeah. Mr. 192 says, OG Mewtwo English voice is the best. I don't doubt you there. I say they're both great.
I love Philip Bartlett. It's just so perfect.
He actually he talked about it like recently in like the last few years or so, when he thinks the reason they didn't bring him back for like Mewtwo Returns was because during the recording process he was like a real prima donna apparently, and he didn't really understand like the scope of what he was recording. It's like, oh, this is just something or whatever. And then he was like an actor at the time, where he's like, let me do that again, I want to do this way, I want to do this that way. And then it wasn't until years and years later where he understood like just the scope of the character that he was playing in the franchise he was a part of, and now he understands it and he's really cool with it. But Dan Green, I say he's a great Mewtwo too. I mean, he's the king of games, for one.
Yeah, I
was
think
like,
yeah,
are they gonna bring him back for Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution? It's like, are they really gonna bring him back? I mean, he doesn't really. He's sporadic in terms of like stuff that he pops in these days, but it's like they might bring him back. It's like, oh man, they brought him back.
Yeah, it was funny how like that whole movie had like a mix of like it had some of the old cast, but then it also had some of the new cast.
Yeah, like some people might be confused on the whole thing, and I wouldn't blame them for it, but it's like a whole complicated thing where it's like, so like, do you guys want me to just go into the whole story?
Yeah, go
about,
ahead.
like,
Why
these
not?
things are the way they are.
Go ahead.
Blade Blur says Cartoon Gamer has a wonderful voice. Of course,
Yeah.
of course you would think that. But thank you. So the whole thing about so Pokemon was done by 4Kids for the first 8 seasons, right?
Yep.
But it's like the first couple of seasons were actually recorded at the first season was actually recorded at a place called Buttons Sound, where they also did Slayers and a couple of other anime. But for like seasons 2 to 5, which is like like Orange Islands to Johto, they were recorded at a place called Taj Productions, and they actually also that's where a couple of other 4Kid shows were recorded, like Cubix, I think early Yu-Gi-Oh, and Tama and Friends, if anybody remembers Tama and Friends.
I
And
do.
then after season 5, they decided to record. It was recorded at 4Kids' in-house studio, and then season 6, pretty much all of Hoenn was recorded in 4Kids' own studio. And then with season 9, the Pokemon Company was like, I think we want to take back Pokemon and get the rights back, because 4Kids had all the merchandising and anime rights in America. So I'm sure the Pokemon Company was like, hey, we want to take the reins back and then do this a little cheaper. So when the voice change happened, season 9 was actually done back at Taj Productions. And then they did season 9, the first season of Diamond and Pearl, and then Duart came in with Battle Dimension, and they had done it from Battle Dimension up until the last season of Sun and Moon. And with Duart, like, that's when a lot of people from the old cast actually started coming back. A little interesting tidbit as well, like, some of the people that replaced some of the old original actors, they had actually worked with them in other stuff that was recorded in like New York and things like that. So it's like weird. And some other actors were actually part of other 4Kids dubs, but they had never been in Pokemon before then, if that makes sense. Like the guy who played Lucian in Diamond and Pearl, he had never been in Pokemon up to that point, but he was in Kirby Right Back at You as like Tiff and Tuff's dad. Or someone from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was the Zoe in Diamond and Pearl, Dawn's friend. And then, with Battle Dimension, that's when a lot of old actors started coming back to the show. Even some writers and like engineers who worked on like the first 3 seasons did Battle Frontier and Diamond and Pearl. And Battle Dimension, old actors came back, and I'm guessing where it's like, if like the guy who played Giovanni, Ted Lewis, the original voice of him, he came back to voice Giovanni because his replacement left the series. So it was a case of like, hey, you want to come back to this role because nobody is in this role anymore? You know what I mean? It's like if their replacement left the show and they were still like active and they wanted to come back to it, chances are they would probably come back to it. You know what I mean?
Did 4Kids have anything to do with Wizards of the Coast?
I don't think they did.
Because I'm wondering, at what point did Wizards of the Coast lose the rights to printing the North American cards?
I think they did around like 2001.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do think a lot of the thing with a lot of the American voice actors is that they're just they're basically game for anything. It's like if they'll hire them, they'll do the job. Like I know Mike Pollock always talks about this whenever people like ask him about how he feels about certain roles, and he's just like, if you pay me for the job, I'll do it. I enjoy doing it. That's like there's nothing deeper than that.
Yeah.
It might be different for some people, but yeah, that's how it goes in a lot of cases. Like, for example, let's see. I got so much info, just I don't know where to start. Like, Lance, like he was played by Wayne Grayson, aka Joey Wheeler, right? And what was it? He never, like, the last time he showed up in an episode was in Hoenn, and that was over like 15 years ago, right? And yeah, when the voice change happened, most of those guys weren't there. But then Wayne Grayson came back to the show eventually, and then he's been doing stuff on the show sporadically ever since as like little incidental characters here and there. And then when Lance showed up recently in Pokemon Journeys, like this year, he was played by Wayne Grayson. After a 15-year, like hundreds and hundreds of episodes absence, they still managed to get Wayne to come back to do that role. Or even just the case of like the 3 trainers in Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, who were originally played by like Corey, the one with the Pidgeot, Fergus, the one with the Gyarados, and Nisha, the one with her Shell Shocker. They were all voiced by the same characters who played them 20 years prior because they all still work on the show in some capacity. And
Yep, and one of them's Amy.
yeah, one of them is Amy Rose. I'm not quite sure if Lisa Ortiz was her in the original.
I'm pretty sure it
some
was,
people-
because I remember, because it
some
sounds
peop-
like her. Yeah.
Some people say it might have been Amy Birnbaum who would become the voice of Max, and they sound quite similar, so I'm not sure who was who, but I know that both of them worked on that movie. And Lisa Ortiz, now she's the director of the show now. She was actually one of Misty's sisters. Like, that was her first role on the show, and she was Sabrina. She's Litten, Torracat, Karina in X and Y. But she came back. Carter Cathcart was Fergus, and he played Fergus again. Ted Lewis was Corey. And yeah, most people who have, like 99% of people who have worked on the show at some point have come back onto the show, whether it's in a new role or an old role. Like, the original voice of Nurse Joy, actually, now that Pokemon is now being recorded as a dub in both LA and New York, so because Lisa Ortiz moved to Los Angeles, and now I'm guessing she's getting like all of her friends on that side of the states to come onto the show. And the original voice of Nurse Joy, Megan Hollingsheed, she got her back as the voice of Nurse Joy. She hadn't played Nurse Joy since she left New York back in Hoenn, but after like 15 years, she's Nurse Joy again in the new series. The voice of
that's always cool.
Bulbasaur, the voice of Bulbasaur, the original voice of Bulbasaur, Tara Jane Sands. She's a Yamper in the new series.
All right.
And
So
then
we've got
he
a few-
died.
What?
No,
What?
just in the comments, and then he died.
Oh, who died?
No, because you go down a cliff, so it looks like you're gonna fall, but then the machine turns
Oh,
into.
Jesus Christ.
And then he died. All right, as you said, you got some donations.
We do. We have
Jetpack
3.
kicked in.
We have a $15 donation from Subaki Paradox, who says, "Hey guys, Subaki again. I had to do some grocery shopping and miss some stuff, so I guess we have MLG Big Yoshi and Haha Nom. That was from our previous stream. Put this towards Mario Party 2, as I'm still at war. The bid war, that is. And A Soldier Never Surrenders. $5 from Lock409, who says, with Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Arceus events, you can make a new Dialga Palkia and Gyrentina? Giratina? Okay. So technically there is multiple of them. Also, Pokemon Hat raffle entry. $6 from JD, who says, for Lissa, Fire Emblem Warriors, definitely my favorite character from Awakening. Cool. So I have already entered those into our bid wars.
Who voiced Todd in the anime?
It was Carter Cathcart, actually. The same guy. He's the original voice of Gary. Gary's voice never got replaced. He's been James and Meowth since the voice actor switch. He's Price, Gym Leader Price. Snubble in the anime since Pikachu's Vacation.
Snubble.
Yeah, that's him. He's played all Rattata and Raticate in the anime since day one as well.
Raticate.
Carnivine, bunch of Pokemon, and he's been a writer on the show since Master Quest, actually. Since season 5.
Our total is at $666. So chat, can we get a
dear.
heck, please?
6.
Let's all get a heck
The
in the chat.
devil. Well done. Heck. Oh, okay. That picture is bad because it's right in front of me, but oh no, the Metapod is turning behind, even though it's a Metapod. It doesn't have a front face to begin with.
Yes, it does. It's got a little nose.
I mean, kind of, but it's like it's a shell. It's like it doesn't matter if you're looking at the back, you're still looking at its like face. Screw you, Psyduck. Porygon, I love this picture of the Porygon. They're both so happy.
Why is Porygon covered in dirt?
They're camouflage. You had to they were like camouflaged inside the wall, and you had to throw a pester ball at them to expose them.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Did You Know Gaming Explain, can you explain to me why Porygon exists, or how Porygon exists?
Porygon is a man-made Pokemon.
Is that it?
Yeah, it was made to travel into cyberspace, but it kind of failed. It wasn't a failure, but it does other things.
Is it made of data? Is it?
Yeah, it's artificially made. Let me check the Pokédex entry.
Is it strictly polygonal data?
A Pokemon that consists entirely of programming code, capable of moving freely in cyberspace.
But also
they
physically.
wanted it to fly into space, but none has managed that feat. Because it doesn't breathe.
Well, how can you defeat it?
You knock it out.
How do you knock
Because
it
it
something
doesn't
out that it has no health? How does that work?
It has health, it just doesn't breathe.
Ta-da! Ta-da! Get the full. Look at my face, Ditto. Ta-da! Oh, I gotta save. I'll save you, Jigglypuff.
Did you play this a lot as a kid, Stefan? Because
No,
you're
not as a kid, but like I played it like a lot, like when it came out on the virtual console.
Oh wow.
Someone says... Oh, sorry.
Get him.
No, go ahead.
Someone said that the voice of Tough from the Kirby anime was Amy Birnbaum. No, that was always an actress called Casey Rogers, who was the voice of Wobbuffet for like 16 years. It's like from Johto up until the very end of X and Y.
Oh, we got to get the victory bell.
Yeah! Yeah.
Has anyone used the Pokemon Snap printer kiosk? No.
Nope. I didn't play Snap until the early 2000s.
Oh, I actually rented Snap from a Blockbuster. I remember seeing the kiosk, just never used it.
Come on. Damn it, I hate it's so hard to hit Zubat to get flying Pikachu.
I will be right back. I just have to step out for a quick second.
Okay.
Just mute myself real quick.
Oh god, there's a spider on the wall.
Stefan, do we know anything about this island? Is it just called Pokemon Island? What is it?
I forget. I need to check what the island. But it's just an island that's there. Oak is on there, and he's like, "Hey, take pictures of the Pokemon for me because I think there's a mystery to solve." And the mystery is basically just, oh, there's a Mew hidden on the island. Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff.
I can't believe there's a whole hour of this left.
Now everybody fall asleep.
Are there some things that you have to redo?
Well, no. Well, basically, you just go through the game. You go through each of the levels. Once you get enough Pokemon and you get enough points, once you've collected enough Pokemon, collect enough points, you can then get access to Oak will give you new tools. Then you can use those tools to then get access to more levels, and you just kind of keep going. I think there's like 6 levels. And then once you get to a point, then it's like, then you have to go backtrack and find special signs hidden throughout all the levels. And once you get all those signs, then you can go fight the final boss, which is try to take a picture of Mew.
Oh,
It's a very simple game. It's like there isn't a lot. Like again, you just kind of go and like try to take as many pictures of the different Pokemon as you can, both to get a high score, and then also just for your own enjoyment.
was this game like full retail price when it came out?
I'm not sure.
Probably.
I bet you it was. I'm back, by the way.
Hey,
No one asked any pressing questions while I was gone, did I?
nah.
Did they?
Now you're just talking about like he was trying to figure out what's the purpose of the island in this game, and it's like there isn't really a purpose.
Oh, it's just a place where Pokemon can just live in a natural habitat. It's protected.
Bruh. His fucking face. He's just got a, oh my god, I feel dead right now. So Pokemon Snap is a Metroidvania. Alright, we got a Weeping Bell.
One thing that I think that's interesting about Pokemon Yellow is how much they altered it to match the anime. Like originally, you couldn't find Krabby on Route 25, but you could because that's on the way to Bill.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
they put Muck into the power plant. Yeah,
You can find a Pidgeotto in
yep.
in
Viridian
Viridian Forest.
There's
And
like
then,
a 1% chance you'll find a Pidgeotto.
yeah, then you can also find, then you can, of course, you can get Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle from other people.
What else is there?
What's
Tauros.
weird about it though is that they put the anime does things in a different order though, because Ash goes to the SSN after defeating Lieutenant Surge and stuff like that.
Shortly after. Wait. Like literally one episode after he goes to the SSN.
But you're supposed to go to the SSN to get in the move cut down the bush to go to Lieutenant Surge.
There's no HMs in
There's
the
no
anime,
H.
is there?
I want a version of I want a version of the anime where they need HMs.
They showed that in Origins.
Oh, that's
but
right.
They never showed him using it.
Oh wow, they brought up HMs but never showed the use of it.
Yeah, they showed the little CD, but we never saw how it was used. Did they just put it on their head and then just like?
Well
fuse
then
it?
why bring it up?
Origins is so weird. I feel like Origins would have been better if it wasn't limited to just those 4 shorter episodes. It needed
Yeah, 'cause
like
they
so
skipped
much
over
more.
a lot
Yeah.
of things that would have been cool to see.
I also enjoyed that the Pokemon didn't say their names. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Screaming
I'm 50-50
Charmander.
on it. I think some Pokemon work better when they say their names, others don't. 'Cause
Yeah.
Squirtle, when Squirtle goes, Squirtle, I love it. It's adorable.
Yes. So Steven, you said this. Like right now, it says I need 2 more Pokemon in order to advance to the next stage. So I got to go backtrack and use my tools to find Pokemon that I wasn't able to get beforehand. So like say with my Apple and Pester Balls, I can go get some Pokemon that I couldn't get before.
Nice.
It's backtracking, but like the game is short. Like these levels are short enough where it's like it isn't like it's not bad backtracking. I mean, there's only 7 stages in the whole game anyway.
Yeah,
Have
that,
any of-
you can
Oh,
beat
sorry.
the game in 2 hours. So.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys heard what Golisopod sounds like in the English version of the anime?
No. Come on, Pikachu. Pikachu! Go on the... Yeah, no, I haven't heard.
Oh, it sounds fantastic. Like, it's scary. Like, it says a bit of its name, but it's like I don't even know how to rep it. It's like, Subpar. Something like that. I mean, it sounds like an alien.
Fuck up, Snorlax. Oh, I can knock down Meowth. Boof. Meowth. And I think that, yeah, this is Blaustein saying Meowth, I believe.
Yes, it is.
I love the animate. For some reason, Meowth in particular is like so well animated
Mm-hmm.
in this game.
I know Blaustein, she also voiced like the Abra line in the anime. And
Abra.
She did like so many cool little things that you might not have noticed, like when it comes to like little Pokemon performances as well. Like you know the episode when like Ash fought Kadabra and then Haunter came about and then
Yeah.
Kadabra won. I mean, Kadabra lost because he was laughing in time with Sabrina.
Yeah.
Like you can hear Kadabra laughing. It goes like Kadabra, blah, 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 blah. But then at one point you can hear it go like oh ho ho ho, ho Kadabra, blah blah blah. Like you can hear it slightly. Like everybody is laughing, but you can hear just a little oh ho ho ho.
Come on.
It's like,
Chansey! Chansey!
Okay.
Oh, Lapras!
So how did you like Pokemon or Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I didn't play that.
Oh, you never even played it.
No, that wasn't really. I was not interested in that one because it's basically just a stripped down version of Red, Blue, and Yellow. Not only did I not want another remake of Red, Blue, and Yellow, but it's just completely stripped down. No abilities, no breeding, and you know everything is just a little too easy. Not easy, but it's not a core game, you know.
And yep.
Can't you,
Ooh, go
can't
ahead.
you get Gyarados to show up there, or
What? Would you say Gyarados?
does Lapras, does something show up in that big
I'm-
area that you're...
I'm not sure. I know you have to take a couple pictures of Lapras. Like the more pictures you take of Lapras, the closer they get. But I'm not sure exactly. Like I have some trouble figuring out exactly how to get Lapras to show up like as close as possible.
That's how you do it, basically. Like, when you start on the early bit of the track, you can see some Lapras out in the distance, like, far off out into the distance, and you take pictures of those ones, and then you take pictures of other ones, just, like, keep looking out into the water, and then when you get up to Kangaskhan, you might get, like, 3 or 5 Lapras, all close up.
I love this Pikachu. Do a flip! Yeah! Pikachu do a flip. Do a flip. Surfing Pikachu. I know it's the funniest thing for me, because I thought surfing Pikachu would be worth a lot of points. The Pikachu that's worth a lot of points besides Balloon Pikachu is Pikachu on a stump.
Is that Pikachu on a stump?
He's on a stump! I want it, I want it, I want it! Snorlax, Meowth.
Yeah.
Meh. Lapras.
Okay, we have a couple more donations here.
Nice.
Octo donates $10 and says, "Hey guys, as usual, so happy to see you guys streaming for charity. Since we're on Pokemon, what did everyone think of Detective Pikachu? If you guys are accepting bids for Super Mario All-Stars, I'd like to put it towards Lost Levels." All right, $10 on Lost Levels. And what did you guys think about Detective Pikachu?
You can go
I
ahead.
liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. For, like, the first big budget Hollywood attempt at a Pokemon movie, it could have come out a lot worse, but it came out pretty solid.
I feel like it's I feel like it's about as perfect as a first Pokemon movie should be. It's like it does everything that it needs to set up Pokemon.
I didn't feel like it was a disgrace to Pokemon, like, at all. It was weird, but that kind of comes with the territory of live action mixed with Pokemon. But it came out pretty good.
And Pokemon itself can get, like, the anime itself can get pretty weird. So I think it's like I kind of appreciate that they just go fucking bonkers. It's just like we're gonna have Bill Nighy take control of a Mewtwo and turn the whole city into Pokemon people. Sure, why not?
I was thinking more when Ditto got knocked off the building.
or have Ditto turn into a person.
Oh, that was awesome. That was so awesome because
That
I've always gone on about that. It's like Ditto could be used for war if it got into the wrong hands.
It's such a great plot twist because they show you earlier in the movie that this Ditto can turn into people, and then so when the reveal is that that person was a Ditto the whole time, you're like, fuck, that's right.
It's like, that's perfect.
I really enjoyed it. In fact, I was so into it until I got to the end, and then I was completely out.
Why is that?
Well, once you see a guy controlling Mewtwo fusing people and Pokemon together because that's the best way for us to live, it's like, what? this bad guy is the stupidest bad guy ever.
It's so
Hollywood.
funny. It's so funny.
So dumb. Never has a movie had me so much and then lost me. That's my opinion. You asked. Octo. You asked. $10 from Aubrey Root, doesn't leave a comment. $5 from the Barmy Brit, who says, I love it how so many people in this Pokemon game playthrough in chat are just going on about Digimon. Squirgon is totally a Digimon, by the way. Don't at me. Also, Cartoon Gamer, I love your work. Really love your Pokemonths. And the charity is cool too, I guess. So on Pokemon, what is everyone's favorite Pokemon? Put this towards Mario Party 8 because Bid Wars are fun. Okay, I'm adding that. And what is your favorite Pokemon?
You guys go first.
The one favorite Pokemon I can't really say, but there's like a lot that I would say is like some of my favorites. Like
Make a top 3.
yeah, like first let me take a picture of the score.
I'll say mine. Mine's Haunter. I love Haunter.
I was Gengar is in my Gengar is in my top 5 for sure. I love Gengar.
So some of my favorites are Wobbuffet, because of course Wobbuffet is just one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. It's just so cool, so goofy. Meowth, because of course. And Sceptile. I think Sceptile is like my definitive number 1. It's just so cool.
I love Weavile. I just love his design. I love Gallade. I love all-time favorite Pokemon. I would probably say is Mew. Like I just think Mew is the most adorable thing ever.
Yeah.
I love.
It's just cool.
I love Rowlet. Rowlet's one of my favorites.
Okay, Mr. Did you know, why does Graveler evolve into Golem?
Because
They look
you
nothing
evolve it by
alike.
trade.
They look nothing alike.
He also uses his Japanese voice in this game. If you can hear it, it goes Goro.
Okay, I'm in. You're supposed to hit a Magikarp. You're supposed to hit a Magikarp, and then it'll go into that waterfall and turn into a Gyarados. But I have not been able to figure out how to do that again because it's been so long.
Oh, I could have told you. It's
How do I? I have to play this level again anyway. So
you like either it's throw apples or pester balls into the water where the Squirtle are, and then eventually a Magikarp will fly out, and then a Mankey will punt it like across the horizon.
Oh, that's
and
right.
Then the
Okay.
Magikarp will show up right there, and then you hit it.
Okay. Cause I was about to say, I was like, what's that Mankey supposed to like do again? So okay.
Yeah.
So I can try that again. And here's when the Starmie shows up. And then I just keep throwing pester balls into the whirlpool, and then Dragonite's another one of my favorites. I love Dragonite.
Yeah. Dragonite also says its Japanese name, Kairyu.
All right, let's see if I can. I always fuck this up because I'm really terrible at hitting Squirtle. I got him. Okay, good. I have such bad luck. I had to replay on my test playthrough. I had to play this stage like 4 times because I kept fucking up hitting Squirtle. But I got him, so we're actually very close to finishing the game now.
Nice.
So, yeah, so I think I'll go in. I'll keep playing until I get all the Pokemon. Because I think that'll take me to 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
No, down another waterfall. And then Todd's like, what the hell? And then Oak, why the fuck are you here?
Oh.
He's like, I'm looking for signs. Well, joke's on you, I already found them.
When I spoke to the voice of Professor Oak like a couple years ago, he told me about like the recording process for Pokemon Snap.
Ooh.
And how there was like a Japanese guy representative from Nintendo there giving him directions, but his English wasn't very good. So when he would do a line, he went like, "No, more Okie." He's like, "Oh, okay, a little bit of a gravelly, a little bit of a scratchiness to it. Oh, okay. Oh, hello there, Ash." Something like that.
Starmie. Aw, crap, I missed Dratini. Whoops. Oh well. I can get him again later.
So you have 5 levels unlocked so
No,
far?
well, there's 6. I've gotten all, like, the main levels are all unlocked. Basically, so now all I have to do is just go back through the other 5 levels, take a picture of the secret sign that's in each of the levels, and then I can go find Mew. Geodude's like, Geodude's how I feel. Geodude is how I feel on an everyday basis.
So what does that mean?
I am internally screaming.
Geodude doesn't internally scream. That's Victory Bell.
More like Geo Mood.
Oh no.
Geo Shrewd.
Here, I've got a question. What's the best Pokemon opening for everybody? For everybody in the chat, in this call, whatever. Best Pokemon opening song.
What language?
You can pick whatever.
Okay. Someone go before me because I might go on for a little.
I stopped watching at Orange Islands. So, the first one?
Unbeatable Advanced Battle is my favorite
Oh,
of all the
yeah.
openings.
Unbeatable has
Yes.
has to be my absolute favorite. Like, I have to. I'll just go through which ones I like. First 8 are great. 9, a little bit of a rough patch because that's where the voice acting switch happened. 10, don't like it.
10 is so bad is good. 10 is so.
Battle Dimension, great.
I like the version in Rise of Darkrai. I think is better than the version that was used in the theme in the 11.
I thought it was so cool because I saw the Rise of Darkrai before I saw Battle Dimension.
Yeah.
And then when Battle Dimension started, I was like,
yeah, they used the theme. That's why I was so happy about that.
yeah. I was like, that's so cool. Galactic Battles, I really like that one. Sinnoh League Victors, it's kind of okay. Then it kind of gets ruined at the end when they just scream out Sinnoh League Victors at the end. Black and Whites, I hate them all.
I don't remember any yet. None of the Black and White X and Ys. I don't remember any of them.
X and Y, the first X and Y was just, I want to be the very best, just 30 seconds long, so, it's a bit of a cop-out. The other 2 were good as well, but the thing about, and the Sun and Moon ones, I really liked the Sun and Moon ones, including, like, Under the Alolan Moon, but the problem is that because of TV mandates now, they all have to be 30 seconds long, and I just don't think that's enough to really hook you in a lot of cases.
Yeah, you need like a minute. Like
At least 45 seconds or something, because the first 3 Pokemon openings were all a minute long. And then in Johto, that's when they became like 45 seconds long. Except for Advanced Battle. Advanced Battle was a full minute, because I bet 4Kids was like, come on, this is our last season, let us go out with a bang or something. And then since then, they've all been 30 seconds. But the new one, the journey starts today for Pokemon Journeys. Again, when we first heard it, it was only 30 seconds long, and then I asked the guys who wrote it, is there going to be a full version sometime soon? It's like, yeah, there will be. And then when that version came out, so good! I loved it! And it's like the first theme song that doesn't utter the word Pokemon in it at any point in the song. It's like, whoa! So it sounds like something that you could hear on the radio. Like, I don't like saying that because I don't want to say, like, these songs have no merit, but you know what I mean when I say you could put this on the radio because it doesn't have any references to this show or thing.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
It's loosely tied to the thing that you're listening to, so you could put it on the radio. Like, you hear, like, songs from Phil Collins' Tarzan on the radio because they don't make any references to Tarzan. That kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, someone said kind of like Crush 40 songs, because a lot of Crush 40 songs are kind of written in a way where it's like, oh yeah, you can listen to them on their own.
Yeah.
regarding the
when it
TV
comes-
syndication thing you were talking about earlier, I mean, isn't the whole point of having a long intro and a long outro just so you can make less animation in the show? So I mean, like,
Not
we
unless they use all
we have to
original stuff.
we have to fulfill our like 22-minute marker for TV, basically. So I mean, if you cut these songs down, your show is technically less time on the air.
Well, that's just because they could squeeze in more commercial time.
Yeah, a lot of it is like commercial time, because I know like the people on The Simpsons like always talked about how their time just kept getting shorter and shorter because they had to fill more time for commercials, and they got like really like upset. Like it's like even if it's just 30 seconds of being cut,
Yeah.
they'll use like sometimes they'll have like there'll be like a 30-second intro, they'll have like a minute long intro, and then sometimes they'll have like a minute and a half intro, basically just depending on how much time they needed.
Yeah. Like Wander Over Yonder had a 45-second intro, and then in season 2 it got cut down to 30. Someone asked Craig McCracken, it's like, why did they do that? He says, commercials. It's like, well, they're paying for it, so they can do whatever they want. But I was gonna say, like, oh, what were you gonna say, Steph?
Because Ryan said they sped up reruns of Seinfeld by 2% to add in an extra commercial every airing.
That's scummy. I hate that.
2%.
When it comes to the Japanese openings, though, there's still some I haven't even heard. I heard like the Battle Frontier one, not Spurt, but Battle Frontier recently. I was like, oh my goodness, this is like from a completely different anime, and I am loving it. XYZ is fantastic. Your Adventure, which was like the last Sun and Moon opening, was fantastic. Yeah. Oh, and to bring up like what Smoothie said about like the intro being like shorter, like isn't it just made up of stuff? Not unless it's all original, because you know the Born to Be a Winner song where it's like, I want to be the very best.
Yeah,
Like-
that one's basically just the original.
All the animation in that intro is original to the Western audience. 4Kids commissioned Pokemon's animators to make all that animation specifically for us. It was never used in any Japan intro.
Nice.
Yeah. I think that's like one of the few that is like all original animation for an intro.
I know 4Kids. I know 4Kids commissions a lot of original animation for Pokemon. I notice.
Yeah, they did, like for Pokemon Forever.
Yeah, that Forever is the big one where like they commissioned like 3 whole scenes.
Barkley Reborn and Dee Dorset talking about if 4Kids is still alive. No, 4Kids technically is not dead. The building is still there. Like when I spoke to when I spoke to voice actor Mark Thompson recently, he's played like Maxie in Pokemon, like Ash's Gliscor, and he's still on the show to this day. He's been on the show since Pokemon Forever, actually. He still goes to the building to record stuff, like mostly Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, because it's technically called Konami Cross Media NY now. It was 4Kids, then it became 4K Media, and last year they changed the name to Konami Cross Media NY. But that's where they record Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. That's where Contra Rogue Core was recorded as well. So the building is still there, and they still do stuff, but it's not 4Kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
like
they're technically still alive in some shape and form.
I mean, it's kind of like the same. It's kind of in a similar way to like THQ is like technically alive, but they aren't really alive. It's like the name just kind of exists.
And quite a few people were actually still there from 4Kids, still at the building. Like Michael Hegney, the voice of Psyduck, he was still working on like Yu-Gi-Oh as recently as Yu-Gi-Oh Arc 5, which was like the last arc before the 6th one. But well, Pokemon hasn't been worked on by 4Kids in quite some time. But a lot of people who are working on Pokemon to this day, whether it be in writing or voiceover or what have you, they have been a part of Pokemon for quite some time, if not like since the very beginning in some cases.
Stefan, you might know the answer to this. Did 4Kids commission for Sonic X Season 3?
I don't think they explicitly commissioned it. I believe Sonic X Season 3 was a case of they were like, they said, hey, you should do that. I don't think it was a case of, I don't think 4Kids straight paid for it, but I believe that they were like, hey, it's successful over here, you should do it. And then they did it.
I've heard things where they like commissioned new seasons and extra episodes of Ultimate Muscle because it was just so popular here. Mark Thompson was also the voice of Kid Muscle, and he was really cool about that. But I've heard things. I think Duel Monsters, which was like a 13-episode follow-up to the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, was exclusive to America as well. Like I think 4Kids commissioned that as well.
Zapdos. Oh, Magikarp.
I think there's a Shaman King game that's exclusive to America.
Possibly. Egg. Yes, egg.
Thank you, Nick, for saying egg in chat.
Because there was an egg, and I hatched it, and there was a Zapdos. Oh, yeah, TV. Alright, let me go and get the sign. Hopefully it shows up. Better show up.
Footnote 3D Gamer mentions that Shaman King is coming back with an anime. I really hope, I know it's kind of far-fetched, kind of wishful thinking, but I really hope they bring back a lot of the original cast, even though they're all like split in different places. I would hope they would bring back a lot of the original cast. Because I got to speak to, are any of you guys familiar with Shaman King?
I've heard of it, not too familiar with it.
I got to speak to one of the actors on the show, Oliver Wyman. He was also the voice of Big the Cat in Sonic X,
Ooh.
and a couple of games like Lego Dimensions and Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. But he was a big fan. He's a big fan of Pokemon actually as well. He's played all the games from Red and Blue up to this day. But he talked about how fun it was to record on Shaman King and how they would just like make stuff up. Like in the first episode, someone came in with a Christopher Walken impression. Like someone just goes, "Hello."
No.
And then he would see things like someone getting crucified in an episode, and it's like, oh man. Yeah, we cannot show this on Saturday morning.
Okay, Mr. Did You Know Gaming. When my Magnemite evolves, do two other Magnemite come out of nowhere and just join?
Wait, what?
When
That
my
depends on how you do it.
When my Magnemite evolves, do two other Magnemite come out of nowhere and just join?
Yeah, because
Those Magnemite were there. You clearly saw that in Snap, right?
In Snap, yes, but
yeah, but look, it was a
like,
Magnemite, but then it turned into like then the three separate Magnemite pushed themselves together, and suddenly it's a Magneton. That doesn't work like that.
doesn't it?
Hasn't Magnemite evolved into Magneton just like regularly in the anime?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, there has been.
Like,
It's the same thing like what's like, I mean, like in games, like in the games, Slowbro doesn't need a Shellder to evolve, but in everything else, you need a Shellder to get Slowpoke to evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doug Trio is just 3 Diglett in a group hug.
It pretty much is a group of Diglett triplets.
I love this Zapdos is just making the best yo word. What up, dog? I'm about to show you what it is for Hizzle. That's a good Magikarp. That's a good one. There's the pincer sign. Yeah, the Magneton is so hard to take a picture of because you literally can't make it like centered, because the only way to actually center it is to get one of the to get like the crosshair in one of the things. I can get this electrified Pikachu. Is cool. Pikachu is singing to the god of the eggs. I will show you no mercy.
Why is this happening?
Mr. Matt says, I love the Zapdos cry in the XY seasons. It just goes, ah!
No, but the best cry is still Regigigas in the Hoopa movie.
I looked up the cat. Get out, get out.
It's so good.
It would get sucked in. No.
Oh shit, both these pictures are the exact same score. I'm gonna go with the whiter one. Oh, let's see, what's a shocking Pikachu? Oh, shocking Pikachu isn't special.
I hope when the new Reggies come into the Crown Tundra and they show up in the anime, they're just as ridiculous sounding as all the others.
Yeah. I love the Reggies in the Lucario movie.
Mm-hmm.
Reggie Ice. Reggie Ice. Reggie Steel.
I just did Reggie Steel.
Alright, these are also the exact same picture. I'll do that one. Okay, here's thinking of Magnemite just reminded me of this picture is the exact. Oh no, this one's better. Okay, no, in Pikachu's Vacation, those interstitials between the scenes. Where did that come from? Because I still don't know. Like,
wait, what? The interstitials?
Like where like the Magnemite, those weird kind of things that like they're in between the scenes in Pikachu's Vacation, like the mag.
Like you're asking where they came from?
Like, do you know why they did though? Do you know why they did that? Like, was it just?
I just thought it was just like a weird, cute thing.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, hey, here's some Pokemon. Here's some things. You know, I'm sure Japanese parents were like, Nanda.
and after it's done, they're like, okay, let's leave. But it's like, no, what about the rest of the movie? There's a rest of the movie?
Forget the monster. Yada yada.
Pikachu the movie.
Yes.
Alrighty, we have a $10 donation from Nosers who says, why does the cart have 3 wheels when there are 2 rails?
Because shut up.
Oh, there you go.
There it is. I got it. All right, good. I was trying to get the sign, but it wouldn't show up. Coughing.
Smog.
Wheezing. The episode when they release Wheezing and Arbok is sad face.
Is what?
The episode where they release their Wheezing and Arbok is sad.
Oh yeah. You could clearly tell, like, the guy who played Wheezing is the same guy who played James, Eric Stewart, and you could clearly tell they forgot something with the voice because it just sounded like James. He went like, Wheezing! Wheezing! But in, like, the first season, Wheezing used, like, the exact same voice clip over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
There was, like, one scene where Wheezing was, like, spinning around, and they literally just pitched it up. We're like, wheeze.
Yeah, that just reminded me of something else that Generation 4 copied. They copied Bye Bye Butterfree with Dustox.
Oh no, I think they amped it up to 11 because it's like, yeah, because Jesse's like, you see your Pokeball here, stomps it, destroys it. It's like,
and also Dustox was there. Dustox has more of a character and was there for longer than Butterfree.
Oh yeah, Dustox was there since like early Hoenn, and she brought it with her all the way through mid Sinnoh.
I actually like that, like the whole thing where like they try to go for what was it when they were competing with like the Wurmple, like with the Wurmples, and then it ended up being like, so like, oh, she wanted a what's the name of the other Beautifly, and then it's a Dustox, and she's like, oh, this is so much better, and I'm like, yeah, Dustox is so much better than
Beautifly.
Yeah, I like Dustox. I like it.
I remember she was like freaking out when it first evolved, and then Meowth just says, "You want to tell her, Jimmy, or should I?"
Okay, hopefully this is a good picture of Charizard.
What else was? When James released Cacnea, I was like, that was so sad because they started playing the Jirachi music. It's like, and they started playing like the flashbacks and things. Like, oh. Oh man.
And Chimecho.
Oh, man.
And Chimecho was the worst.
Chimecho was kind of like just whatever to me, honestly, because James could go back for it any time.
I know, but they make it so sad, and just like
It was kind of sad.
But that's why it's like it shouldn't be sad, but it was. That's what made it so sad. Why is Charizard so big in this game? They aren't that big naturally.
Yeah, isn't Charizard supposed to be like 6 feet?
5'3".
5'3".
He's only 5'3".
I think I'm slightly bigger than a Charizard.
Yeah. Well, I'm slightly smaller than a Charizard.
Jesse catching Subviper is hilarious, Mr. 192 says. Yes, it is. So when Jesse was first trying to catch it, you know what she does? Like, she tries using Wobbuffet, but Wobbuffet doesn't do anything unless it's attacked first, so it was just a standstill. And then she just grabs Meow, throws him at Subviper. It's like, use Double Edge or something.
I don't remember Edge.
And then when it bites her hair, it's like, poor Subviper. It knows not what it's done. And it was just, she just beat the crap out of it. Easy on the merchandise. Catch it.
I'm trying to think of what was something else that what was some other like captured thing that I thought was funny or a release that was sad.
Usually when it comes to Team Rocket, they have the saddest releases.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like all the Team Rocket specific episodes are always the best ones.
Oh yeah.
Like all the Meowth centered episodes end up being the best ones.
Who was sad? Armlock and Weezing. Jesse catching Lickitung was kind of funny because it was just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
She was just eating all their clothes, and she's like, "Those were genuine copies of fabulous designer fakes." And then she just catches it.
But then they also have a lot of like bad releases, like Lickitung's trade and Victory Bell's release were both done pretty bad.
Victory Bell's release was just like James had no say in the matter, and then they get the new Victory Bell and it's like,
and they throw it away, and they throw it away. Yeah,
it's like, wow,
you wasted a Victory Bell. Again. Why would you waste a Victory Bell?
I know, Victory Bell's so cool. And then, let's see, Wobbuffet almost had a nice send-off, but I would never want to see Wobbuffet go away. They already tried doing that in Black and White, and look what happened.
Yeah, they tried to make they tried to make Team Rocket more serious, and everyone's like, we don't care.
Yeah, it's like it's an interesting idea, but they basically got rid of everything that everybody loves about Team Rocket.
Actually, no, that was a lie. I remember when Black and White first came out, people were like, "Oh, Team Rocket is going to be a threat again. That's actually interesting." Yeah. But then it happened. They're like, "Oh, it's not really any interesting."
They lost all their interest. They lost everything that made them Team Rocket. I think that's when everybody woke up and was like, "Wait a sec, we like Team Rocket because they're not they're lovable. They don't have to be crooks. Not saying you can't be and still be lovable." But again, they just sucked out all the life out of everything that we liked about Team Rocket.
Are you stuck? Oh,
I was stuck. The Metapod was like, "You can't leave."
You can hear Psyduck quack.
Sorry. Cloyster.
You hit it.
Yeah, I did. Oh, there's a Cloyster. There it is. Yeah, the funny, I was playing this oh god, it's a big one, about a week ago, and Oak gave me a better picture for Psyduck's nose than he did of an actual Psyduck. I'm like, okay. Alright, come on, Pikachu, dance. Dance for me.
Someone says in the chat they were sad to see Squirtle go back to the Squirtle Squad. Yeah, that goodbye was sad. Like
but at least
he's saying bye to everybody.
But at least like he and Charizard basically kept coming back, and Charizard even joined like the team in what was it? Was it X and Y or was it Black and White?
Now he's back in Oak's lab, I believe.
Yeah.
At the end of Black and White, he's staying at Oak's lab.
Because it's like he doesn't need
to. Goodbye was really sad because it's like he said goodbye to everyone, and then the last person he was gonna say goodbye with was Bulbasaur, and they were like polar opposites. Because Squirtle was fun-loving, and Bulbasaur was like the serious, stoic one. But Bulbasaur like looks to the side and then just gives out a little vine. It's like, "I'm gonna miss you, buddy."
Oh. It's always great seeing the Pokemon have like more defined personalities.
I think lots of Pokemon, even from the beginning, have had defined personalities.
Oh yeah, they have. I just mean like whenever it is like shown, when there's like a character development kind of shown through the Pokemon,
Yeah.
because like yeah, they have
Like-
personalities, but not really like a character development like in relationships.
In some cases, it really depends, because I can't say much about Broxonix. It did not have a lot of screen time. Geodude did not have a lot of screen time either. Vulpix did not have a lot of screen time. I can't say anything about Misty's Goldeen either.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not like
a
it was
lot of
big
their
things.
a lot of their like early Pokemon ended up basically doing nothing.
Like Psyduck had a lot of character, but Goldeen did not do much. And then around Hoenn, that's when Brock's Pokemon really started to get a bit more focus. Like Lotad got a lot of focus.
Lotad.
Lotad. Mudkip did not. I wish it evolved into a Swampert, but it's stuck in a Marsh Stomp. Tracy Scyther, someone says, being a loner. Yeah, that was cool.
It being really old, like not just being a
Yeah.
loner, but just being like an old Scyther.
Yeah, his old Scyther that got kicked out. But like, as of more recently, they really pay attention to like every Pokemon gets some kind of personality development in some way. Like, even in Sun and Moon, when like Brock's Geodude came back for a brief minute, it saw Misty Psyduck, and they gave each other a high five. It's like, that's cool.
We have a $5 donation from David T. Lurker Esquire.
Oh, man.
Who asks, do you think the reason Professor Oak makes you take pictures of Pokemon is because he is a terrible photographer?
Probably.
Is his Instagram full of off-center fuzzy Pokemon, where he gives himself terrible scores?
I can
Does
buy that.
Does Ash's mother still like his posts out of pity?
Probably.
I love how in the anime, Pokemon Age and Pokemon Evolution are not the same thing. That cute, adorable,
they're not.
that cute, adorable old Trico. Okay.
Oh yeah, that was I remember that.
Okay, I'm supposed to hit Grimer with one of these and it turned to a muck. But it's like so hard to actually get him to. I don't know how to actually hit the damn thing.
Someone says Rock's Zubat evolved after hundreds of episodes.
Did it?
Actually, it
That-
took 159 episodes to evolve into Golbat, and then 31 to evolve into a Crobat.
Wait, it actually did evolve?
Yeah,
I didn't realize.
and we saw it as recently as Sun and Moon.
Oh, I didn't realize. I'm not paying attention. I know Ash's Cyndaquil turned into a Quilava pretty late.
After like 10 years, no one saw it coming.
Yeah.
Like
That-
when Ash
that-
was getting ready for the Sinnoh League. It's like, what?
Oh, there he is. Oh, Muck's giving me the finger. Ta-da! Okay, who am I miss? What other Pokemon am I miss? Oh, there's the Mewtwo. The Mewtwo. The
sign.
Mewtwo sign's right here. Once I get the Mewtwo sign, then I can go fight. I can fight Mew.
Mm-hmm. Just kill it.
Sign?
What?
Sign that says Mewtwo?
No, there are like these there are these Pokemon signs where it's like you take a picture of it, and it's like there's this one which is like it shows like when you take the picture of it in your photos, it'll look like Mewtwo.
Someone says Ash's Bayleaf still hasn't evolved. I don't want it to evolve. I like Bayleaf.
Bayleaf
more
has.
than Meganium.
There are so many Pokemon that have a crush on Ash.
Apom did. Bayleaf did.
He's just a kid.
Latias.
That's true. Latias is childlike.
Latias is also like it's a godlike Pokemon.
It's just a pure soul. It doesn't know how this stuff works. I guess. Maybe.
Did I save?
I don't know.
Did I save Pikachu? Oh, I saved Pikachu. Balloon Pikachu.
Where do you get those from?
Up
How
his
do you have
ass.
those?
Oh, and the
Ash's mom is not married to Mr. Mime. Delta Foxtrot.
Articuno.
There are some people that think Mr. Mime has been there since day one, and it infuriates me.
It infuriates you.
Yeah, because he wasn't. He showed up later.
He showed up like near the end of the first season.
Yeah, he did. Like 60-something episodes in.
You stole my balloons. Who sang the Jigglypuff song?
Same person who voiced Jigglypuff, Rachel Lillis.
Ooh. I think the best character development of any Pokemon is Ash's Chimchar.
Yes.
Chimchar.
I think we talked about that. Isn't Izuku and Bakugo is pretty much just Ash
No,
and
I
Paul.
literally I said this because I remember because I was going back to Generation 4 and out because when I started My Hero Academia I'm like, why do I fucking hate Bakugo so much? I went back to Generation 4 and I'm like, oh yeah, because I fucking hate Paul, and that's what he reminds me of. I hated Paul so much in Diamond and Pearl.
Like, they both... Here's the thing. For everyone that goes on about how great My Hero Academia is, which it is, it's pretty cool. Pokemon did the whole Bakugo Izuku thing like 10 years before, because you got two guys on the same... two sides of the same coin. They both want to do... like,
They both want to do the same. They both want the same goal. It's just one's kind of like a kind, naive, like happy-go-lucky,
Pure
energetic
soul.
guy, and the other guy's a complete abusive dickhead.
Yeah, they both have different ways of going about it, but they both have elements to their styles that are both somewhat valid. Not Paul's abuse, of course, but like he does things that Ash may take a page out of, and then there are some things that Ash does that Paul takes a page out of, like the whole counter shield thing. And then, like, they don't want to admit it, but they are learning from each other in certain ways, and they both have like a figurehead that they have talked to and look up to. It just so happens to be a tall blonde person.
Cynthia's the best.
Cynthia.
Oh my god, it is a tall blonde person that they look up to. Fuck.
Cynthia and All Might.
No.
Bakugo has respect for his elders, much like Paul does, and he just wants to make sure that he does right by their word. He actually listens to the adults. Paul respects. I'm getting so stammery because I'm going like 1,000 miles a minute here.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Paul wants to do all these things. He respects those older than him. He respects Brock. He respects Nurse Joy, the Law, Cynthia, Brandon, and things like that. Bakugo does the same thing.
And also, and also about Chimchar's story is basically Todoroki.
Yeah.
Like the abused fire user who's too scared to use his power, who ends his journey by facing off against his rival, learning that he can unleash his power because it's its own.
Yeah, and Ash managed to bring that power out of him
by screaming at him, saying, "It's your own power," and then he goes full fire power, all inside of a tournament.
Mm-hmm. All inside a tournament, and I liked when Infernape, when Infernape first used Blaze against Volkner, and then it's like, he hasn't done Blaze as an Infernape yet. What's gonna happen here? And then he starts walking slowly towards Ash, and then Pikachu is ready to fight him. It's like, no, it's okay, we're cool. And then Infernape just nods his head once, and it's like, yes, yes, we got it. It's like, we're cool, right? Yeah.
I had said this before, but I really like how Generation 4 has like two main themes that where they basically deal with abusive relationships and body dysphoria, because that's basically what Turtwig's character arc is. Is that it starts off in like this little body and like being really fast and energetic, then evolves into Grotle and then Torterra, and he's too fat and too slow to move around, and so he has to try and deal with now unable to be how it used to be. And it's
that's when Turtwig evolved, and then he was just getting used to his new body. That's when Paul's Torterra saw what was happening, and then late at night when everyone was asleep, Torterra knocked on Turtwig's window, Grottle's window, and was like, "Let me show you some things. You may not be as fast as you used to be, but here's how you can use defense as an offense." And then Paul's Torterra went back home, and then Paul's like, "What were you doing out so late?" It's like, "It was nothing."
I don't know.
It's like, whatever. I think he knew what he was doing. But then Torterra was just like, whatever. But Torterra is like the only Pokemon of Paul's that he has never like yelled at or anything like that.
Yeah, because like you said, he's like probably like he's the elder of all them.
Yeah, he's had him since like a Turtwig. He's like, what were you doing out there? It's like, I had to do my thing. You know what?
I'm fighting Mew. Damn it.
Utah.
Come on.
So how do you...
You have to basically hit Mew's shield several times, and then Mew, because you can't take a picture with Mew's shield because it blocks it. So once you hit it enough times, then Mew will be like escaped, and then you can take a picture of Mew while he's separated.
It looks like your ball's going right through him, though.
Yeah, it's hard. You gotta like get it's need like exact timing.
Paul having an Ursaring. Paul's Ursaring was scary. Do you know that the guy who played Ursaring was also that Joseph Joestar person that everyone goes nuts about?
What?
My God! He was also Onyx. So before we were all hearing him as, oh my God, we were all hearing him as,
Oh my God!
Old Joseph.
Ben
Unsho
Diskin?
Ishizuka.
Okay, come on. Oh, I got him! I got him! I got Mew! Yeah! Alright.
Always the narrator.
We
And
won the
Professor Oak.
game.
Who else was he? In English, we could hear him as Ursaring, Vero, Onyx and Steelix, Persian. Bunch of things in Pokemon. Charizard, he always Charizard.
Does he ever respond to apples or playing the flute?
I think you can hit him.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
an
there, yeah, he did.
Incineroar in Japanese Smash. You know who Incineroar is in English?
I remember hearing it was somebody recognizable.
Puppeteer on Sesame Street.
Who?
The guy who plays Incineroar.
Like, which guy on Sesame Street?
He's done a lot of like incidental things. Like he's Elmo's dad, most famously. He was in Bear in the Big Blue House as like the little green lemur guy. And
It's Ojo.
One of the purple otters. Pip and Pop. Trilo, the little green lemur in Bear in the Big Blue House.
Yeah.
A lot of incidental stuff in Sesame Street, but yeah, Elmo's dad is probably like the most notable of those characters.
Huh. Come on. Get him one more time. Aw, damn.
Ojo is the small bear, sparkly.
Yeah, I got it wrong. Yeah, Trilo is the right one.
It's like, Incineroar is Elmo's dad?
That's funny.
You're kidding me.
Elmo's dad is in Smash.
Pip and Pop are in Smash. Trilo is in Smash.
That's the best one. Okay, so the game's basically done. I didn't get all the Pokemon, but whatever.
Are there credits or?
Yeah, there's credits.
Yay, we did it.
We did
420
it.
points, of course.
Hell yeah. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
So I missed 4 Pokemon. So well, whatever.
Welcome back.
You made it! I never believed that Mew lived up there. You don't believe anything, Oak.
Don't believe it.
Bye for now. Save the game. Yay. Winner.
Yay, we did it.
See you.
Well, cool.
Anything else? Anything else we want to add before we close off?
Well, it's been fun just spouting all this crazy trivia to you guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did reciting it.
Yeah, it's
I
been
hope
really
I didn't
good.
get on your nerves too much.
No, I know it's been really great hearing you say all this stuff.
Well, thank you. Anytime.
Mm-hmm. I gotta find a reason to get you into other videos too.
Please.
Yeah.
Think of any crappy excuse.
need to talk with you about more Canadian cartoons.
Yes, please. I can talk. Don't get me started on Babar.
Babar! Aw, shit.
I love it. I love Babar.
Is that like Batman's candy or something?
No, do you remember the show with the elephants and the king?
I don't know if he did. Well, I mean, I don't know if he would know, because I don't know like how much those Canadian shows are shown. Like, I'm not even sure exactly how much those Canadian shows are shown in the States.
People know Babar at least. See, look, Jimmy Zoppy. That's Carter Cathcart.
Oh. All of them with their confusing their confusing aliases, which make it hard to figure out who's in what.
The guy I talked about, Oliver Wyman, his pseudonym is Pete Zarustica, and he told me why he did that, because it's based off of a superhero in a comic book that he used to read in the 80s, and he's a huge comic book nut. So he's just like, this is my pseudonym. It was like something to do with like pizza and Pizza Rustica, which was like a restaurant in the comic book that he read. And that's where it came from, Pizza Rustica.
Nice.
So I gotta ask more actors where their pseudonyms come from.
So yeah, that's pretty much everything. I think we're basically right on time. So yeah, because we started a bit late, and yeah, we can end a bit early because yeah, we did everything we needed to do. And what's next?
Fighter 2?
Yeah,
No.
Is it Street Fighter? I believe it's Street Fighter 2 with yep, it is Street Fighter 2 from Johnny. Alrighty, so stick around for that. Stick around for Mr. Important Internet Celebrity.
Yes.
To bring in the views and the money. And thank you.
That's where the real money is.
And thank you again, Malik.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna end the stream.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Any last words, Steven?
Yes. Which are, I did know.
No, you didn't.
I did
Don't
know.
lie.